What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. Blumhouse has a new movie open this week, which is Halloween, and Blumhouse has a few other stuff out in a couple of Walmarts, but their recent new one is Halloween. Now, Blumhouse is seriously an amazing company. I mean, they're a company that don't really their movies don't really cost a whole lot to make. They make their movies like really cheap, and they do a good job of it. I mean, they make loads of money. Like movies from Blumhouse are usually always hits. So I decided to do my top 10 favorite movies from Blumhouse. Here's my list. Coming in at number 10 is Paranormal Activity. Now, most people have this a little higher since was actually Blumhouse's breakout film. But there's films that came after Paranormal Activity that kind of like maybe mainly more. But Paranormal Activity it was Blumhouse's like breakout film. It was really creepy. I mean, there was some creepy kids in it. The wife played by Kay Featherston, she was pretty creepy in one of the films. Now, the first Blumhouse got released in 2007, and it was followed up by a few sequels. The last being in 2015. We haven't seen another Paranormal Activity, but I won't be surprised down the line we'll revisit the Paranormal Activity franchise, because these movies made bundles in the box office. Now, they aren't like great movies by any means, but they are really creepy to watch. Alright, coming in at number 9 is The Purge. I'm going to go with the first Purge, the one with Ethan Hawke, Lena Headey. But the Purge franchise a whole are really cool. I mean, the premise is pretty awesome. The Purge films are pretty much about like crime is legal for 24 hours, and I found that premise to be really cool. The director, I always mispronounce his last name, James D'Amico. He does a pretty good job. He did the first 3 Purge films, but with the first Purge, it was a different director. First Purge was pretty fun. I mean, like Paranormal Activity, these aren't great movies or anything, but they are loads of fun to watch. And there's also a TV show of The Purge that's on USA, which is pretty decent. And yeah, if you guys still haven't seen The Purge, check them out. They're loads of fun. Coming in at number 8 is The Green Inferno. Now, this was actually Blumhouse's first film from their new production company called BH Production. I think it was BH Production, I think it is. Oh, no, BH Tilt. That's the production. Green Inferno was directed by Eli Roth and had some crazy cannibals in it. I mean, those cannibals, oh man, I would. If you guys watch this movie, do not eat while you're watching it, because it's really gruesome. It's so gory. The cannibals are pretty creepy themselves. Yeah, and I think I kind of would love to see Blumhouse do another one, because Green Inferno I think the Green Inferno could easily become a franchise. And I mean, if you guys haven't seen the Green Inferno, check it out. It's pretty interesting. Coming in at number 7 is Unfriended, the first Unfriended, not the Crapfest sequel that got released back in July. The first Unfriended I thought was amazing. It was also a surprise because I really thought the first Unfriended I literally thought was going to end up being terrible, but I actually ended up really having fun with it. I mean, it had some pretty cool kills in it. The acting wasn't top notch or anything, but they were but the actors in it was pretty good in their parts. I mean, yeah, the first Unfriended is interesting. I mean, it's a horror movie that takes place on the computer, pretty much over Skype. That's actually pretty interesting. And yeah, the first Unfriended is just awesome. I'll be down to see another Unfriended, but hopefully a better one, because the sequel that got released was really disappointing. All right, coming in at number 6 is Insidious. Now I'm gonna go with the first Insidious. The first one had Rose Byrne and Patrick Wilson, and was directed by James Wan, who went on to do stuff like The Conjuring. He has Aquaman coming out later this year. He's really awesome when it comes to horror. And Insidious was creepy. There's a character in Insidious that kind of looks like the Star Wars character Darth Maul. If you guys seen Insidious, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, and Lynn Shay is incredible in these movies. She was even good in the last Insidious movie, which I thought was the worst out of the bunch. But Lynn Shay was probably the better part of that whole movie. Like the Insidious movies, aside from The Last Key, are really interesting. I mean, they're creepy, they're really good, and I'll be down to see another Insidious. Hopefully, it's better than The Last Key, because that one I just thought was terrible. All right, coming in at number 5 is more of a recent one, and that would be Happy Death Day. I really dug the first Happy Death Day. I thought it was really fun. I mean, it was like Groundhog Day meets Scream. And that's a pretty cool premise. The lead actor, Jessica Rothe, was awesome. It had a pretty interesting twist that I did not see coming. And yeah, it was an interesting slasher film. I'm also looking forward to see the sequel that's coming out in February. Now, if you guys see Halloween this week, be on the lookout for the trailer for the Happy Death Day sequel. So just keep your eye for that one. But yeah, if you guys still haven't seen Happy Death Day, check it out. Like, even non-horror fans actually really dug the film. And that baby mask, come on, that's actually a pretty darn cool mask. All right, coming in at number 4 is Split. Now, this was, of course, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who also directed another Blumhouse movie, which was The Visit. But I gotta say, Split was amazing. You got James McAvoy, who plays a man with different personalities. James McAvoy in this was awesome. I think he probably gave his best performance in this movie. And this is one of M. Night Shyamalan's better movies in recent years. It was also pretty creepy. I mean, yeah, it's an amazing one. And the twist at the end was awesome. I'm not gonna spoil what the twist was, because I don't know how many people have still not seen Split. But if you guys seen Split, you know what twist I'm talking about. And I cannot wait to see Glass. Like, Glass looks awesome, by the way. Alright, coming in at number 3 is the Belko Experiment. This is another recent one. Now, Belko Experiment was awesome. It was like Battle Royale meets The Office, or Office Space, really. It's pretty cool. I mean, lots of people. It was batshit crazy. Lots of people get messed up here badly. There was some cool kills in this movie. The film was also scripted by Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn. You could tell that James Gunn's hands was on this movie, considering Michael Rooker's in it, his brother Sean Gunn. Few people that James Gunn worked with before are all in this, so you could tell it's a James Gunn scripted film. Yeah, I mean, if you guys still haven't seen Belko Experiment, check it out. It's probably one of the most fun horror movies I had last year. Probably, yeah, pretty much one of the most fun experience I had at the movies of last year. and I still watch it constantly when it's on TV. I'll be down to see Blumhouse take a crack at doing a sequel to it because Belko Experiment is just a fun joyride. All right, coming in at number 2 is Whiplash. Now, this is actually the only non-horror movie on my list. It's always cool to see, Blumhouse take a crack at, different films. They did Slay, Lowrider. It's cool to see them do different films, and Whiplash is, I believe, Whiplash is the first Blumhouse movie to get some Oscar love, and Whiplash is just amazing. J.K. Simmons, of course, won his Oscar for this movie. J.K. Simmons was amazing in this. Miles Teller was incredible. The score and music was amazing. I mean, whoever knew that playing drums could be that stressful? And it worked really well. If you guys still haven't seen Whiplash, check it out. It's an amazing movie. And oh yeah, it was also directed by Damien Chazelle, who went on to do La La Land. He just had a First Man that got released, but it was Whiplash that put Damien Chazelle on the map. All right, coming in at number 1 of my favorite Blumhouse movie, and that will be Get Out. This was also a Blumhouse movie that got some Oscar love, and it also won Jordan Peele his first Oscar for Best Screenplay. Get Out's just an amazing movie. Down Kahlua was incredible. It's interesting that this was Jordan Peele's first feature film, and he nailed it. Like, what Jordan Peele did with this movie was just incredible. Like, it was pretty creepy. Lakeith Stanfield was actually amazing in this movie. Down Kahlua actually scored an Oscar nomination for Get Out. Laurel Howe, I love the scenes that Laurel Howe was in, especially that police station scene. That scene cracks me up every time I watch it. I mean, I just incredibly love Get Out. I've been watching it like constantly on TV, and it's even better watching it like 3 or 4 or 5 more times in a row. It's that good. And I'll be down to see Jordan Peele take a crack at doing a sequel. But anyway, I'm actually curious to see what Jordan Peele's next film will be. Actually, his next film is that new movie, Us, with Lupita Nyong'o. Cannot wait to see that. Jordan Peele also has Twilight Zone coming. So anything Jordan Peele, after Get Out, anything Jordan Peele does, I'm definitely checking out. Because he's just awesome. And if you guys still haven't seen Get Out, it's on HBO and it's on DVD and I guess it's on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen Get Out, check it out. It's amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite movies from Blumhouse. Let me do the rundown. Number 10, Paranormal Activity. Number 9, The Purge. Number 8, Green Inferno. Number 7, Unfriended. Number 6, Insidious. Number 5, Happy Death Day. Number 4, Split. Number 3, The Belko Experiment. Number 2, Whiplash. And number 1, Get Out. Now, for my honorable mention, there's loads of other ones that I could have added. Ooh, Incarnate, no thank you. Black Klansman, they just recently had. Ouija's a good one. The sequel's pretty good. Oculus was decent. Upgrade isn't a good one. Hush. I'm one of the rare who didn't mind jamming the holograms. Boy Next Door's not bad. Town That Dread Sundown. I mean, they did some really interesting stuff. And they did some not so interesting stuff. Looking at you, Truth or Dare. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite movies from Blumhouse? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.